In this video, I'm going to share with you the #1 way to overcome self-abandonment as a highly sensitive individual. And if you watch this video all the way to the end, I'm going to give you my #1 tool to support you on your journey to stop abandoning yourself, to come back into the wholeness and sovereignty of your body, temple, of your soul, of your being, and how you can maintain and practice that embodiment so that you stop abandoning yourself in situations, in people, in circumstances that come across your way on your life journey. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Thor. This is Thorganic, where we talk all about consciousness, spirituality, love, and freedom, and how we can manifest this beautiful life and live it to the highest capacity of our soul's calling. So let's just jump right into the video. What is self-abandonment? Self-abandonment is when you basically are not being sovereign in your body. You're not being embodied. There is usually some type of trigger. And for highly sensitive people, a lot of the times this trigger kind of resides in the external field. Sometimes it's people, sometimes it's situations, sometimes it's certain environments that trigger us to jump out of our skin, so to speak, and to abandon ourselves. What happens when we abandon ourselves is we start to make choices, we start to make decisions, and we start to act in ways that are not being fully honest with ourselves, that are not in full integrity with ourselves, and are not actually 100% our truth. Rather, we begin to act in ways that are around the dimensions of what we could call people pleasing. Self-abandonment, people pleasing, and highly sensitive people, these three things really do go together, because for the highly sensitive person, a lot of times their soul path is to overcome the trauma and the insecurities within themselves, the subconscious triggers that go off that basically push them to jumping out of their skin, to jumping out of their body, because they're replaying situations or circumstances that happened in their past. So for me, in my journey as a highly sensitive person, overcoming self-abandonment has been a practice that I've had to practice for the majority of my life, ever since I had my spiritual awakening and came into consciousness. The first step to overcoming self-abandonment is to maintain consciousness. Maintaining consciousness is the way that we're going to shift out of the trigger. We're going to shift out of that mental loop, that neuron that fires in our brain, that's going to lead down the road of self-abandonment. The way that we overcome self-abandonment is by maintaining consciousness. If we're able to maintain consciousness, if we're able to maintain the awareness of when we are sovereign in our bodies and when we are jumping out of ourselves, when we get into the people pleasing, when we get into doing things for other people at the disregard of our own self-integrity, if we can remain conscious during the process of that unfolding, then what we can do is we can spot out the trigger as it's happening, and we can shift. We can choose something differently, and we can begin to create a new groove in our neural pathway so that the triggers that come up are less triggering for us. How does that sound? If you're liking the frequency that we're throwing down here, it's so good to share this moment and this video with you. If you are looking for some support on your journey through this life process, if you want to awaken, if you want to heal, if you just want to be a part of a community of like-minded spiritual people that are manifesting this new earth together, click the links in the description down below, smash the like button, subscribe to this channel where we talk all about this stuff every single day. So going back to how we can overcome self-abandonment as a highly sensitive person, the number one way that we can do that is by maintaining our breath. Yes, it's by maintaining our breath. Maintaining the fullness of our breath. Our breathing is directly correlated with our consciousness. As soon as we let go of the practice of conscious breathing, as soon as we notice that our breath has gone off center, then we will begin to notice that we are being triggered and that we potentially are moving into states of self-abandonment. But if we are able to maintain our breath, the calmness of our breath, the deepness of our breath, if we are able to maintain this practice of deepening our breath, of being one with our breath, then we are much more equipped to maintain our center. And when we are able to maintain our center, we are much less likely to abandon ourselves. So the practices of meditation, the practices of yoga, these are physical practices that one can practice to embody more body, mind, spirit connection within ourselves, with more awareness of ourselves. What is our internal state really like right now? Are we noticing a shift in our internal state because some other external energy has come into the picture? We have to stop judging ourselves as highly sensitive people. Being a highly sensitive person, and even being a highly sensitive person that is currently dealing with a lot of self-abandonment or people-pleasing, is not a bad thing. We have to remember not to shame ourselves for our innate gift. Being a highly sensitive person is an incredible gift to the planet. It's an incredible gift to other people, but it does require us to sort of overcome what may have been the catalyst for us to become highly sensitive to begin with. The highly sensitive person that is able to overcome their own internal insecurities, that is able to overcome their own lack of boundaries, and that is able to overcome their own self-abandonment becomes a very powerful being in this world. That individual becomes a being that not only is able to feel at a deep level, not only is able to have the sensitivity and the attunement to higher vibrational, to lighter and less dense energetic vibrations, therefore vibrating higher, therefore bridging the consciousness of the new earth, therefore pushing humanity in the direction of higher vibrational frequency, of less density, of less darkness, and bridging more into our higher faculties, becoming our higher self, allowing ourselves to be more refined in our energetic attunement so that we can begin to experience the higher frequencies that are more precise, they're more attuned, and they're more angelic and light in nature. When you think about the spectrum of light frequency, the spectrum of energy on this planet, we move from darkness, heaviness, and density, and we spiral up into light. So if you are a highly sensitive person, if you are someone experiencing self-abandonment, then I want you to really remind yourself to be kind to yourself. You know, maybe you don't have the people in your life right now that are also highly sensitive people, that are also empathic, that are able to give you that base to validate yourself off of. So maybe you might be in an environment or a situation where you're just surrounded by people that are not sensitive, that are not empathic, that are sort of throwing energetic arrows left and right, and you're just like, whoa, I don't know how to dance with all this, right? That can be a lot, but if you are kind to yourself and just allow yourself to kind of ease your nervous system into feeling, okay, this is okay. I'm not gonna die. It's okay. Everything's okay. This too will pass, right? Impermanence. The idea that we are just going to be shifting and that we are just shifting through the different energies of our day, but ultimately we are consciousness experiencing ourselves at deeper and deeper levels with every moment and with every breath. So I hope you like this video. Again, if you're going through this process of healing, awakening, and transformation on your own, click the links in the description down below. I would love to support you in any way that I can on your journey. You can book a 15-minute discovery call with me where I can help you to align with your higher self and guide you in the direction to the best of my ability on how we can support each other, lift each other up, and co-create this new earth together. Thank you so much for watching the video. My name is Thor. This is Thorganic. Click the like button, smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on how you've overcome self-abandonment as a highly sensitive person and how you've come back into the wholeness of your nervous system and the well-being of your spirit. So I'll catch you on the next video. If you are liking the vibe, then watch the next video here. Continue to tune into the channel. I'm so grateful to share this moment with you, to share this higher consciousness with you as we continue to bridge and co-create together the light frequency and the love tribe on this planet. I'll see you on the next one. Namaste. Aloha.